Okay. So last week, before I went on my final push to see customers and prospects and visit everyone, I posted that I purchased this book. And I, after digging into it and realizing that, why don't I come out here and share with you chapter by chapter what my takeaway was from a provider and engage with you and talk with you all about how important these KPIs are in legal ops. So lo and behold, I didn't know this when I purchased this book, but Maury shares the same passion in terms of knowledge sharing and also in particular sharing as a community. So this is par for the course. This is exactly how we're supposed to be breaking things down. And I'm looking for some engagement. Now, I am not in legal ops, so I feel like it's important to let you know I do have a legal background. I serve as a subject matter expert, as a provider of technology, and work with my customers around applying the technology to their workflow. But my goal, my highest priority is always about bringing value to the customer and partnering with them, right? And so I hope that you find this informative even as we go chapter by chapter. But as I purchased this book because I wanted to see things through the lens of my customers. I wanted to align with their objectives and be able to work with them better. And then boom, on page 6, Maury says literally what I just said about what you're going to get out of this if you're a provider, but also he explains what you're going to get out of this if you're in the C-suite, if you're on the legal team, compliance, risk management, sourcing. There's something in here for everyone. Before we get going, I want to just tell you that green means it was so insightful. I had to just pause and unpack it and absorb it. Very informative. Yellow means that I love the way that the data is being visualized in this graphic. And blue means, Michelle, incorporate this into your workflow immediately. So these are really good takeaways. Now, also before we get going, I feel like it's important to call out Mike Russell, Julie Richard, and Chris Batterton, none of which I know any of them, but I'm privileged enough to see a product of their work as they worked with Maury on this book. And I feel like they were all very intentional around, setting expectations, which I'll get to in a second. But what's happening, in my opinion, is if you work in legal ops, and I have many customers that do, but I also have many customers that don't have the title, but do the work. Maybe that layer of their organization hasn't been completely formed yet. But here's the thing. If you're doing the work, this book serves as the infrastructure to anchor to your workflows and give you something tangible on the other end. So it's going to help you with applauding your efforts in areas that you're crushing it. And it's also going to reveal areas that need improvement, right? So again, I'm just going chapter by chapter. In this first chapter, they were very intentional about breaking down the metrics, breaking down the indicators, and reports. It's full of all kinds of different reports. I think I counted like 21 different reports, and I'm sure you can find one that speaks to you. But the good news is that if you are visualizing your data, you really want to be displaying it, but you also want to be offering insights. You also want to be promoting inspiration and innovation and clarity. So all of the reports that they offer in here as examples, they're all in color, which is fantastic. And you don't have to start from ground zero. If you have the digital edition, you can just download it and then pump your data right into the graphic that speaks to you. And of course, we all look at things and learn and receive things differently. So some of the reports and the graphics in here might speak to you, but maybe you don't know what you don't know. Sometimes a lot of my customers, they don't know what they don't know. And so that's our role, is to keep them from scraping their knees, right? So what I love about this is that for each one of the reports where you're visualizing the data, they kind of give you, hey, be careful here. Like, in other words, these are the pros and cons of using this style of visualization versus that, which I thought was super, super helpful. I'm looking forward to getting a copy of this signed at Legal Week and meeting the team. But also, you can get your copy on Amazon. And, or if you want to spend some time with me, I'll get you a copy. But I would love to have some engagement out here. Let me know how you feel about the KPIs and how valuable they are and how it allows your organization to move forward and speak to other business units and really promote what your offerings are. If I don't see you in the near future, then you'll see me out here for chapter 2. So anyway, great job, guys. I'm looking forward to digging into chapter 2. Have a great day.